not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when it can be chain birth most of chains in the game? Why would I? I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the dirt, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it at the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it at the full.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. Rodgers going to come out throwing. And he's got the hook up to Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers over the middle, complete. That's Jones. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Packers at 5-4 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
26.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Rodgers going to go on fourth down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 17, Prescott. That is caught at the 7.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now receiver in motion left. On second and goal, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Cowboys have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
88.
Slot man moves right. And again, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
On third down, it's Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Cowboys are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It got his man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Rodgers now on first down.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Rodgers again now. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Fehoko. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Prescott now from the 50. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run off tackle with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Packers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 75 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Again, he finds Moore. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Crosby with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all over. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers, and it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Alan Lazard, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We got a brand new ball game all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Gonna run again here with Pollard. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down, Prescott. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 19 yards away.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Christian Watson, the man he was looking for.
And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And again, it's Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
The slot man in motion right. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To try again after the sack. Prescott under pressure, and they got to him again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
46.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Back on. 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, take 26. Inside. Now, there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
88.
Slot man moves right. Rodgers going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Throwing. Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott.
And this one complete. It's Fehoko on the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
46.
Now Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Elliott. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now Rodgers.
Gets this to Moore.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Watson making the catch. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To throw is Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9. And compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was